Hey, what's going on, folks? It's me, LG, your favorite internet marketer. And in this video, I'm going to show you a simple compounding strategy where you can take $1,000 to $700,000 in 90 days. Now, to be more specific, it's in 60 trading days, and there's only 20 trading days in a month, so it's a total of 90 days. All right. Now I'm going to go over this pretty slowly. If anything is confusing, I encourage you to just play the video again. If there's any terminology that's not clear, I encourage you to go through the training site to search for those answers. Because by the time you get to this video, you should understand the basic concepts that I'm going to go over here. Okay? So with this strategy, this is compounding. What we're doing is we're compounding at 1/8 of your account. We're starting with $1,000 and our end goal is going to be $700,000. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through and I'm going to explain what's in the different columns. And then after that, the rest of the columns moving down are self-explanatory. Okay. So what we have right here at the top, this is your account size. This is where you're starting. We're starting right here on day 0 with $1,000 in your account. Okay. When you have $1,000 in your account, what you will do is you will use a lot size of $5. All right. And this is how you put in the lot size of $5. Your goal for the day, for the entire day, is 40 pips. Okay. And when you get those 40 pips, you will have made $200 profit for the day. What this closed trade category right here with this column means, it's about the way that I personally trade. I personally suggest that you close every trade at 10 pips. And here is why. In my time trading, what I've seen is that even a trade that might retrace and go south most likely went 10 pips in the positive at some point. So if we, as a standard, set the take profit for every trade at 10 pips, it increases the likelihood of us having winning trades. Okay. So you can choose to do this the way you want. I'm going to explain the concept, I'm going to explain the formula. How you get there is your choice, but I'm going to explain how I'm going to do it, and I'm explaining the best practices for it. So, for example, right here on this first column, I suggest 10 pips. So $5 times 10 pips means that that trade would close at 50 bucks profit. All right. And my suggestion is that you do that 4 times. So 4 trades, all going after 10 pips each, give you the 40 pips for the day. Now, you're more than welcome to set your one trade at 40 pips. You're more than welcome to set one trade at 20 pips and do 2 trades. It's 100% your choice. I'm just showing you the goal for the day. The goal is 40 pips, and the way I'm suggesting is 10 pips per trade. And that's what this column is talking about. This column is letting you know that at this lot size, you would close your trade at 50 bucks. And it has day 0 right here. So I'm just going to go through a few of these because the rest becomes just self-explanatory. So right here on day 0, you start off with $1,000. All right, your lot size would be $5, and your goal is 40 pips for the day. And you can choose to do 4 separate trades, all with a 10 pip take profit to get your 40 pips, or you could choose to get 40 pips however you see fit. But what will happen is you will come out at the end of 40 pips with $200 profit. What you're seeing on day 2 right here is that now we have a $1,200 account size. And we're still using a $5 lot size, 40 pips. All right. And that's another 200 bucks. So what you see on day 3 is now we have an account size of 1,400. We have an account size of 1,400. We're still using a $5 lot here, 40 pips. This is another 200 bucks. After that, we'll have an account size of 1,600. I'm sure you guys see what's happening here. Now our lot size actually changed. Our lot size changes to $5.70. $5.70, 40 pips. Now you have $228 added to your previous balance. Now you're at 1828. Now your lot that size changes to $6.50. You guys see the pattern here? Very, very simple, very, very easy to follow. This right here is, by day 4, now you're at $6.50. You're still going after 40 pips, 260 bucks now added to the account. So here's what's happening. For this entire compounding sheet that I'm going to show you, we're only targeting 40 pips a day. And once again, you can get those 40 pips however you want. All right. You guys should understand how to read lot sizes by the time you make it to this video. So you should understand that this is $9.07. I mean 70 cents. This right here is $11.10. This is $12.70. You understand? $14.50. You know, by the time you make it to this video, you need to understand how to read lot sizes already. If you do not, look back through the training site at supplementary videos that show you that information. All right. So it's going day 11, day 15, 27, 28, day 31. Let's check out day 31. Following this game plan, starting off with $1,000, by day 31, you should have an account balance of 67,048. All right. So your lot size right here is 200 and $239.40 right here, $239.40. That's your lot size. You're going after 40 pips. You're going to walk away with $9,576 for the day. Now, let me pause right there for a second. Do not let these big numbers scare you, okay? The ratio is exactly the same. We're using 1/8 of the account. We're going after 40 pips. The ratio right here with this 670,000, your $67,000 account, using a lot size of $239.40 is no difference than, when we were up here with a $1,800 account. It's 1828, and we're using $6.50. The ratio is the same. Don't let the big numbers scare you. Trading is a game of patience, and it is a game of discipline. It's a game of risk management. Okay, numbers are just numbers. Don't think about a $239 lot size and get scared, because you're going to see, when it's in the negative, you're going to see large negatives in the numbers. And when it's in the positive, you're going to see large numbers. Don't let the numbers scare you. Just follow the same methodology. We're going choosing the lot size. We're going to after 40 pips for the day. And then we're doing the same thing the next day. And once again, I suggest 10 pips per trade. The reason 10 pips per trade is so important is that you're minimizing your loss. You're minimizing your opportunity for loss. Okay, so if every trade is closing at 10 pips, right, you're minimizing the opportunity for a trade to go south on you and hit the stop loss. All right. Now, as far as how you generate these 40 pips today, there's a 40 pips a day. There's a lots of different strategies. Choose the one that works for you. We have swipe trades. We have the harmonic scanner. We have people who are trading on their own because they went through the training and they're at that level. Um, you know, there's lots of different ways to get pips. I'm not going to tell you how you should get pips. I'm going to explain just a strategy that we're going with 40 pips per day. All right. Personally, I like swipe trades. Personally, I like the harmonic scanner. Okay. But once again, I'll leave that choice to you as far as the way you're most comfortable with getting pips. I'm just showing you the goal is 40 pips a day, and here is the exact lot size you should be. So we're at day 31. Let's move on to day 50. At day 50, you should have $458,724 in your account. All right. And this right here says 60. So I'm basing this off of the LMFX broker. The LMFX broker only allows you to have a max of a $600 lot size. So what you notice is that, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. What you'll notice is that previously, as the account size increased and we did the 1/8 of the account, the lot size changed. But what happens right here at 170,000 is that we reach the max lot size that the LMFX broker will allow you to do, which is $600 per lot. So at this point, everything. So basically, from day 38 on to day 60, everything is at a $600 lot size if you're using the LMFX broker. If you have a different broker, you need to check with your broker and find out what the max lot size is with them, because you may find out it's less than 60 or more. So you may have a small issue following this game plan all the way out, because you might not be able to do a $600 lot size. But this is based off the LMFX broker. So um, right here at, like I said, at day 38 is where it changes. It changes to a $600 lot size. You're still going after 40 pips a day. You're coming out with, 24,000 for the day. And that 24,000 is added. And each day the same thing is happening. $600 lot size, 40 pips a day. And this is just compound. Don't let these numbers scare you. And what happens is at the end of 60 trading days, all right, which is 90 days total, because remember, there's only 20 trading days in a month. But at the end of 60 trading days, your balance will be $698,724. I just went ahead and rounded that to 700,000. Okay. Now, that's the basics, right? That's the basis of this compounding sheet. Here's something that is really, really interesting and exciting. You do not have to go one day at a time. You do not have to go one day at a time. Okay. For example, let's say on day one, let's say you were doing it my way. All right. And you were going only after 10 pips per trade. So day one, you did four separate trades. Day one, you did four separate trades. You got your 40 pips. You've accomplished your goal. All right. But let's say the day's not over and another trade comes out. Well, what do? You move on to day two, even though you're still on day one. I'm sure you guys are tracking that, right? So, what this is showing you is a very, very simple, basic way to track everything, but you don't have to go one day at a time. You just got to go 40 pips at a time. So, day one, you get your 40 pips. You take let's say you took four swipe trades, 10 pips each, you got your 40 pips, and then another swipe trade comes out. Well, you just move to day two and you start going after those 40 pips. All right. So basically, what's going to happen is that deciding what lot size you're at is based on what your account size is, okay? Because maybe you're not following this game plan to the T. Maybe you did some other trades. Maybe your account grew. There's all types of things, right? But if you ever kind of want to find your place on where you should be, you just look at your overall account size. So maybe you guys are not following this to the T. You put in a $5 trade and you took a swipe trade and you got 100 pips or something. All you have to do to kind of find your place on this chart is look at your account size. So when you look at your total account balance, if it's $1,600, well, basically, if it's $1,600 or under 1,800, you know that your lot size is $5.70. Maybe you had a really, really good trading day. Maybe you're doing your trading a little different and you made a bunch of money that day. And you're like, oh man, I had a great day. My account size is actually now, 2,300. Well, now you're actually moved up to $8.50. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So at a baseline, you're going 40 pips a day. After you achieve your 40 pips, you can move on to the next day, even if you're on the same day. And if you ever kind of lose your place, so to speak, you're not sure where you should be, what lot size you should be at, that all you have to do is look at your total account balance. Wherever your total account balance is, you find it on this chart, and that's just the basis of what your lot size should be while you're going after your 40 pips. I personally think this was very, very clear. If I was talking too fast, go over it again. Um, you know, but this is a very, very obtainable thing. 40 pips a day is very, very obtainable. Okay. And yeah, I encourage you guys to take $1,000 to $700,000 in a total of 90 days or less. All right. You all have a blessed day.